Hi, welcome back to a new part of our tutorial series. We start. Last time we did that, but not completely, we didn't that. So we start. We take a UV sphere, scale down. We cut the top and the bottom. So edit mode, with background selection. Get this part, delete that part, delete, rest is that. That is what we want. We scale them down, scale on the set, scale in the hole, that's that. We bring it in front. We take the inner ring, extrude scale, extrude upward, extrude scale again, extrude bring upward, that is this ring here, extrude scale again, extrude upward, extrude scale again, extrude upward, scale down. Close with F. Get a loop in, Control R, scale a little up, Control B, and bevel that. Get this a little down, and we have the type of screw, but we have here not a ring, so we get the down loop, extrude scale, extrude downward, extrude scale, extrude down, extrude scale, extrude down. That is this screw type, but that is for the brake, so there comes something in it. So we make here smooth on. We'll see what happens. We have the shading arrows. So we need here loop, there loop, and in between. So that looks better, but here we need that too. So, good. So we have to build that here. So we add curve, Bezier curve, rotate X 90 degrees, scale down, grab it, bring it in position, edit mode, grab, bring it to position, bring it in float. That is what we want. So we give them here a full size, a depth, such like that, and a resolution of 3. And here we can extrude a little longer. So we get that. Should be straight one. So we correct it to absolutely straight lines. Good. This one should be in 2. It is in 2 and on 2, but is a little bit too fat, I think, all in all. So we make it a little bit thinner, such like that, and a little too long. So we bring that more down, or we delete it completely. Yeah, maybe that's better. Okay, So Shift D, make a copy of that, bring that to the side. Alt C, we make a mesh from this. So we have here mesh. We see here comes the first changing, so extrude scale, extrude upward, extrude scale, extrude upward, extrude scale, make it bigger, and get up to that point there. Then you see there it goes brighter, bigger. So we extrude upward and scale it. So that's the point. Here we have a distance there, so Control R, make a loop in there. We have the shading arrows overall, so we need to get there many loops in. So here we need one, and on the top 2. Good. You see here deeper parts in it, so we take here this whole thing and take select, check deselect, so we have each second one. Then we take here individual origins, and then we extrude and scale. So we go near 2. Go back. Sorry for that. I have forgotten we should make it here. Extrude individual. That's the point. Now you can bring it in. So now we have that effect there. Good. We should loop there for the shadings, you know that. Good. And if we have flat ones, we should surely make that all flat, or even not flat. So that means when we look at that here, the normals are not correct. So we mark all, go here to shading UVs and recalculate it. Then we take here an edge split on it. And we take there smooth on it and disable this thing here. And now I must look what we get there. I think we had double faces or something else there. Let's check that. When we flip that, flip direction, no, it don't, makes it better. So we take them all and make them 2 flattens. So all this stuff there should be flat. Okay, so we press flat and that looks better. Yeah. Here must look, goes it deep in? Yeah, it goes deep in. So we get that whole ring and make them flat too. And here down the same, flat down. So we have reached that what we want. Okay, so we bring that a little bit more up. So we search and take a slide. We take an edge slide and go a little bit up. Here the same edge slide and bring it a little bit down, and that's okay. Good, we done that thing here on this pipe we make later then, and now we have to do that one. File, save. So add mesh cylinder with 24 is okay. Scale down, scale set, then that is a six counted one. So we take here smooth on it, we get here 2 loops in, we take here add cylinder but with 6 only, so we got that. Then we scale that down so that we get that is this point there, so we scale set, bring it down to, then we have here this one in another size, so Shift D, make a copy, we don't need that, so we delete that. That is a little bit thicker than the other one, so that one can be smaller. Then we take Shift D, a copy of that, and bring it there, so we can make it there. Then we take the top part, extrude and scale up, bring it in the middle, extrude, scale up, scale smaller, extrude, scale, extrude upward, extrude, scale bigger, and extrude, bring it up and scale down. So that is it. We look that we get that in front, top view, to adjust it correct. Normally you should make that with absolutely 0 points, then you don't have the problem with this. So join them together as one, then Control B, we get here a bevel on it. So then we see all these shading errors, millions of millions. So we bring there one, there loop, here one, there one, oh that was wrong. So that one, then here, good. Then we want to have a little bevel here on the top, so Control B, move and roll. Good. Yeah, that is this guy there. This here can be a little bit smaller thing, so we get that and make that a little smaller and scale and set and bring it more to the side and more up maybe, so such like that. All in all, it can be bigger, such like that. Good. That is for me okay. That here can join together as one. So we have done these 2 guys there. Grab them, bring them to position, scale up, and then we have 2 things built more. Good. This one can be moved to second layer, so move second layer, file, save. We want to make here this metal thing there. So last time we did that here, and this time we want to make this middle part there. So we simply take here in the edit mode, Shift D to duplicate that, and now we have to give them cutters. So that means when we go here and loop, we bring there one, we bring there one, so that we can go over them. So same as here, get there and there. So that means we have to take that one and extrude them to the X. That here too. Then we have to open up it, so we get here this edges, X, delete edge. Same here on the other side too. So then we get here this structure a little out and a little to the sides, a little leaning there, and here we make the same, get them out and a little leaning there. We should make it as a reference, so a little bit more there, that is okay. So we have now built that thing, but all in all that is too fat, so we scale in the Y and then give them a depth. So we extrude that to the X and scale in the Z. So we have some mystery thing there, and that we can bring on too, and that gets another color later. So we have that effect from the original. Good. File, save as, give them version number 26 in my case. Good. Yeah. What we have to do is make this oil thing there. The oil filter. So we get here a cylinder with 24. We rotate Y 90 degrees. Bring them down till the size. Scale in the X. Scale in the hole. Then here we need this part, extrude scale. Extrude, bring it back, and F to close. So then we need bevel here at the top. So we get the whole line, Control B, and get a little bevel on it. And then you see we have here deeper parts. So Control R, make a loop in, bring it there. And then we take the whole line and take this checker, deselect again, and this time we take here extrude individual, and now we can bring them in, and that should be it. That here should be complete flat, and the rest should be smoothed. So we take here the inverse, select, all others now selected, and that we can smooth. We have here the problems with the shading, surely, so we get in there our loops like every time. Here the front face should be flattened too, and then we get that thing. If you want to have that rounder, so you can bevel that all. If you like to, Control B, then you can bevel that completely. And it looks a little bit better, I think so. Good. That is that one. We grab them and bring them there. Then surely there comes the pipes out of the motor. But as I told you last time, we don't see the motor really later. You see it there, you see only this part here, and that is all. But when you look from the front, there you can see the pipes and this oil filter that we built, and a little from the motor. So we make here a fake. So we add mesh cube, scale down, scale set, get the top face, and extrude them, scale the whole thing, and now you see we have here round parts that comes out there. So we add mesh cylinder. 12 is okay. Scale down and scale in the set. That is it. That fakes this motor type. Should be in half in and should be smoothed, and it should have 2 loops. Scale set. Then we make it manually, no problem. So we got that. So we have to lean that a little. So we rotate that simply. Good. There we need a flat top face. Good. All in all, it can be a little bit smaller and a little bit higher. Okay. Then Shift D, make a copy of that. Bring them to each side. So we take them both. And Shift D, make a copy and bring them to the other side too. But we have to lean it to that side. So there, and then go in half. The same we do for the other sides. So that means we take them all and join them together. Then Shift D, make a copy and rotate set 90 degrees. There are they. But we have to make the middle, so the origin to the geometry. And now we can rotate set 90 degrees, and then we have it on the other side automatically too. So we can take now this whole thing, but without the picture we don't need surely, and join them together as one. So we have that fake motor there, and that we can use then to bring them into. So we grab them away there, and then we only need to make there some pipes. So that means we don't see that here later, only from here till the end pipe there. So we add simply on busy curve, rotate X 90 degrees, grabbing to position, edit mode, go there, get it in float, bring that here near to, and then middle point, extrude, bring it to the down part, grabbing and bend it like it should. In this case that should be okay. And then the last part is to go in the back pipe then later, but we must adjust that when we build the whole bike in his proper proportions. And then we can edit this pipe again. Good, but we give them a thickness, so we give them here full, a depth of that maybe, and a resolution of 3. And I think here we can get more in float, that we have here more this round looking stuff there. That here is too hard, So we bring that more there, and then we can adjust it. But we make that all later, as said it before. Then we can adjust it many better. Good. So we bring that here too. Good. File, save. What we do next? We can make the chain. Chain is here.